So, today we're going to dive into a technology that could totally change the way your business runs. We're talking about teams of autonomous software agents, basically digital workers that are ready to tackle complex jobs in marketing, sales, and even real estate. Let's jump in. Take a second and think about your average workday. Does it feel less like a perfectly oiled machine and a little more like, well, organized chaos? Don't worry, you are definitely not alone. If you're in digital marketing, you're trying to balance all these different campaigns. If you're in real estate, you're coordinating like a dozen people just for one sale. And in B2B sales, you're navigating these crazy complex supply chains. It can be a total logistical nightmare of moving parts. And that is the exact problem we're here to talk about solving. So, what's the solution? Well, it all starts with one single, really powerful building block. Let's meet the intelligent agent. Okay, so an intelligent agent, it isn't just a piece of code that follows a simple script. No, it's a program that actually has a purpose. It gets a goal, it can sense the world around it, things like market prices or a client's availability, and then it makes its own decisions to get that job done. Probably the best way to wrap your head around this is to stop thinking of it as just software and start seeing it as a brand new kind of employee, a tireless, super focused digital team member that's just waiting for its next assignment. So, how does this digital teammate actually think? Well, it's a pretty simple but powerful loop. First, it's given a goal, like book the best ad slot you can find for under $1,000. Second, it assesses the environment. It scans all the ad exchanges, checks competitor bids, and finally, it chooses an action. Boom, it places the bid to lock in that slot. Goal, environment, action. Simple as that. Now, one of these agents is pretty useful for sure, but the real revolution, that happens when they start working together as a team. So let's see how we go from a single agent to a full-blown system, where individual power becomes collective intelligence. For any team to actually work, the members have to agree on things, right? Well, for these agents, that process has a name. It's called negotiation. This quote right here really nails it. It's not about one agent winning an argument. It's about a bunch of agents finding that common ground so they can solve a much bigger problem together, like agreeing on the price of a part or the exact timing for a delivery. Okay, so once the agents can agree on stuff, they need to actually act together. And that's where coordination comes in. It's all about managing their individual tasks so they don't trip over each other and all their efforts combine in just the right way. So how do they pull this off? It's basically a simple three-stage play. First, each agent kind of figures out its own to-do list. Then, they all talk to each other, sharing what they're planning to do. And finally, and this is the magic part, they adjust their own plans based on that new info, creating one seamless, coordinated effort. All right, we've covered the theory. We've got agents that can negotiate and coordinate. Now for the fun part. Let's bring this all back home and see what it actually looks like when we use it to automate your business. Okay, first, let's use a simple example we can all relate to. Picture this. You tell your phone, book me a trip to Hawaii next month, and keep it under $3,000. An agent would then go out and start negotiating in real time with airline agents and hotel agents to build a completely custom travel package just for you. That's the kind of power we're talking about. Now let's apply that to your world. For digital marketing, imagine agents negotiating for ad space second by second, making sure you never overpay. In real estate, think about a single system that coordinates the schedules of the buyer, the seller, the inspector, and the bank just to push a sale forward without a hitch. And for B2B sales, imagine agents automatically handling inventory, negotiating with your suppliers, and processing orders, all without a single human email needing to be sent. So what does all this really mean for the future? Well, this isn't just about making things faster or more efficient. It's about a fundamentally new way of working. See, the ultimate goal here is synergy. It's about creating a truly cooperative system where these digital team members can achieve results that would be flat out impossible for any single person or even any single agent to do on their own. But of course, a system this powerful also brings up a huge challenge. And it's not a technical one at all. It's a human one. Really think about it for a second. Would you actually hand over the authority to a piece of software to negotiate the sale of a house or a multi-million-dollar ad campaign? This is the real barrier we're going to have to overcome. And this final quote just says it all. The future of this kind of automated business, it isn't about the code. It's about confidence. We're only going to unlock the true potential of these amazing multi-agent systems when we can fundamentally trust that our digital delegates are acting in our best interest and aren't going to get us ripped off. That's the real challenge and the massive opportunity that lies ahead.